know that you got a BA in film studies from Wesleyan University, and while you're there, you're taking all the writing classes that you possibly can, and you have the opportunity to be taught by Lemony Snicket. Is that right?
I did. I got to take a class with Daniel Handler, who don't tell, but that's he's the writer behind Lemony Snicket. I don't know if that's, but I'm kidding. It's not a secret. But yes, he was teaching a creative nonfiction class at Wesleyan University where he went. And I was lucky enough to get into that class. You know, you had to write an essay and get chosen, and I got super lucky. And it was such a formative experience for me. I had not really done a lot of reading of creative nonfiction, you know, because there's nonfiction, which is news and sort of the more like journalism and that kind of stuff on one hand that I was familiar with. And then on the other hand was fiction. And the class he was teaching was really sort of the combination of both, of the more David Sedaris, David Foster Wallace kind of, you know, personal essay writing. And it was something up until then I had no experience in. And it was such an eye-opening class in so many ways. I learned so much, but also just introduced me to writers I otherwise hadn't read at that point. And Daniel Handler, or Lemony Snicket, was a really, really lovely, generous, thoughtful professor. And, you know, he had been a student there, and it was really fun to sort of, again, it comes back to this idea of representation. And if you can see it, you can be it. I think that was another moment of like, oh, I can do this. You know, I'm a student here at Wesleyan. He went to Wesleyan and he went on and became a writer. So like, oh, there's a path. It's really amazing. And I recognize my privilege every day that I was able to see those opportunities and take those chances. Not every kid, not every college student gets an opportunity to see somebody like them do the thing that they want to do. And of course, that is half of the key to success, and why it's so important, I think, to work towards granting access for everybody to be exposed to seeing themselves or a version of them doing the thing that they might want to do, because it does make it easier. You know that it's possible. And that is, you know, a huge part of the step in the journey.
It's a very nice one. The more positive aspects of social media is that everybody that you'd ever maybe want to talk to is, if not accessible, not as unaccessible as they
right.
want.
No, that's a great point, and certainly something different from my childhood. And I'm grateful on a daily basis that the internet was not around, or what it is, when I was a teenager, because I have no idea what I would have gotten into or wanted or set my sights on. But yes, the great thing about social media is the access and the representation. You're absolutely right. That's fantastic. And I hope that it really helps kids. You know, as a writer, I'm so excited to visit schools and show kids, you know, this is what a person looks like who's also an author. You can be this too. You know, it's not some mythical, magical person. They were real people, and you can be one of these people. But they do also have that access on the internet now, which is fantastic.